Welcome to the beautiful Valencia and the all-new Hyundai Ioniq 5. This is actually an electric car and I think it is looking pretty cool. What do you think? I say let's hop in, hit the road, put this car through its paces and see what it is all about. Okay, so let's take care of some housekeeping before we begin. So we've got two different battery sizes, 4 different motors, but not all 4 are available in all countries. For example, in the UK, we've got 3 different motors. What I have with me today is top of the range, 305 horsepower, 605 Newton meters of torque. Oh yeah, baby. We can be either all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. What I have with me today is all-wheel drive, and that will cost you £45,000 in the UK. If you ask me, it is actually very well priced and it will surely knock some competition off. About blooming time. I mean, healthy competition is exactly what a customer needs. So the declared range is 481 kilometers for this particular model. Because I'm on a press trip in Spain, I haven't had the opportunity to drive, to push it basically to its limit, but I have driven about 2/3 of the distance, and I'm not exactly what you call a calm driver. I mean, God knows what I'm capable of in the mountains, but if you take it easy without nanning the throttle pedal, drive in the city a little bit on the motorway, you can actually get very close to it based on my calculations. They are blunt calculations, but they're pretty good. We also have solar panels on the roof. You would think it's not rocket science, but I don't think it's been done that many times, to be honest. Now, what we have here is 800 volt battery. To give you an idea, standard on the market is 400 volt. The only car that I know of that's got 800 volt is the Porsche Taycan. That's right. What this also means is that using those fast chargers, in just under 5 minutes, you can get yourself 100 kilometers range. Now, I think that is pretty good. Okay, let's check the, hang on. Shit, where's that button? Oh, come on. All right, and let's check the boot space. We've got a whopping 527 liters of space. This is actually really good for an electric car. And the space here is completely flat, so you don't have to lift things in order to take them out. And that's enough about the boots. Let's talk about comfort. The very first thing I noticed when I jumped into this car and started driving it is how premium it feels. But more precisely, it manages to absorb the vast majority of big bumps and imperfections. Small bumps are not your problem at all. There is no wind noise, there's no tire noise. It's actually a brilliant long distance cruiser. So safe to say, I am a peach. And this road, I mean, it is bumpy, it is curvy, and if you want a good testing ground for suspension, it probably has got to be Spain or France. I mean, the roads here are beautiful, but in terms of the surface, they're less than ideal. But that's what makes this such a good press trip actually, because you get to test drive this car on a curvy mountain road, on the motorway, in the city, and that's exactly how you get to know the car. 1.7 meters. Why am I looking there? I should be looking there. Oh no! I'm so stupid. And what about being a passenger in Ioniq 5? So I have adjusted this seat for my height, which is just over 1.7 meters, 5'6". I've got plenty of legroom, very good headroom. What about the middle seat? Actually, it's really good. It's quite tiny, but you've got a flat floor here, so it's an emergency seat, but it's still all right. Overall, the space here is lovely.
I left my heart in California. I let it go deep into the blue.
And some of these material... Oh, come on. All right, so let's have a look at the cabin. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is really good. Lovely armrest, so you can feel like a boss. Lovely steering wheel. Look at the controls and shortcuts down here. This is a cool material. So if you've got a lot of idiots driving in your city, you can use that frequently with pleasure. Now, in terms of practicality, there's plenty of space. Decent bottle of water here, down here, very easy. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a unit you can actually move around. There's a massive pocket down here, so you can even put a small purse down here, more storage space down here. So you cannot complain about practicality of this car. Now, speaking of materials, some of these materials have actually been recycled, which is pretty impressive because they don't feel cheap and nasty, quite the opposite. All right, onto the infotainment system, which is brilliant. So you've got these two screens here. This is a touch screen naturally. And I have to say, the system, I give it 10 out of 10. And I've given that to BMW iDrive and Mercedes, and that's a massive compliment. The system is straightforward, easy to use, and it is actually such a pleasure to use this system. I just love it. I've been really positively surprised about this system. The navigation speaks to you. She usually knows what she's talking about, and you don't want it to keep it quiet. Now here we've got a combination of buttons and touchscreen, and the old traditional knobs to turn your volume up and down and tune. And that's really good because some brands have pushed it a little bit too far with the sliders, and this can be quite distracting when driving. This is very easy to use. This is your climate control down here. Overall, I have to say this cabin is lovely, but the best thing by far about the cabin are these seats. Now, you wouldn't expect anything less of Koreans, of course, but they have taken it above and beyond, because when you're complaining, oh, I don't want to be charging my car, I'm getting bored, I'm getting cold, this is what you do. And you just chill, and it is absolutely blimmin' lovely. The cabin here is just, what can I say? Madam is very happy.
Lionheart, you got me feeling like the queen of Mars. You're giving me the double.
Naturally, when you're building a car and comfort is your priority, very often you start to blemish the handling dynamics. It's not the case here, I tell you. The steering here is quick, it is precise. Naturally, we're sitting a little bit lower, so we've got physics on our side, but you can certainly bash this car around mountains like I'm doing right now, and it handles like a dream. It doesn't swing left and right. I'm actually really positively surprised. And you can say, actually, I dare to say, you can have a little bit of fun in this car on a curvy road like this. I mean, it's just, you're in full control, you know exactly what it's doing. And of course, we've got a bit of punch. I'm going to try to do a launch control. Let's see if I find a spot. One more thing about steering, we've got a really good turning circle. So if you fiddle around car parks quite a bit, this is actually your friend, this car. So all in all, I have to say, it's a cracking car, I'll tell you. It looks great, very smart, it is well priced, it's got a solid range, fast charging. It's got a lovely interior, especially with these seats, plenty of space at the back, plenty of space in your boot. I mean, what are you saying? Am I ready for a job in a car dealership? Well, I was born ready, I tell you. All I have to say, all there is to say, really, is I think if you're looking for an electric car, you can just go and buy this one. I mean, I do not see any faults with this car. Am I being blind? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Wow. So, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. A massive thank you to Irene and Nicholas. You know who you are. Steering wheel, you've got this control. Well, obviously it's a steering wheel. Everything's so nice, so nice. Oh, nice. Okay. So the declared range for this model is 481 kilometers. Because I'm on a... For God's sake, Anna, get it together, you stupid cow.